Hello, my loves. Welcome to Lifestyle Manifesting. I'm Shannon, and on my channel, I discuss manifesting as a lifestyle in every area of your life. Be the designer, the architect, the creator of your life. I am the only manifestation coach you need because you get results with the processes that I have. I create blueprints of success, and you are success. So today I want to talk about people are who they are because of what you believe. Everyone in your world is part of a reflection that's within you. What you assume about yourself and what you assume about others is manifesting in the world. The world is an assumptive world. It is coming from you. So if you want to change how someone perceives you, then the only thing you need to do is change your perception. Change your perception about yourself. And affirm, whether you affirm or imagine. Hello, Martin. Thank you for the rose. Whether you're affirming or imagining, but you're going into your imagination, you want to see the vision of what you do want instead of the vision of what you don't want. If you want to change a perception that someone holds of you, you need to change that conception within you. The outer world reflects you. So you change your conception, and the world will reflect and show you and confirm to you that you've changed your conception about that person. Also think about being in a different state. When you're shifting states, are you in the state of security, or are you in the state of insecurity, or are you in the state of judgment? Are you in the state of wealth or lack? There are infinite states, and we're always shifting states really throughout the day. You're consistently shifting states. At the same time, you could be solid on a specific state like wealth. Maybe you've always grown up with money, or it always came to you, or you felt secure in that area of your life, and money and wealth always came in very easily. And maybe you already believe you're smart, or you know you're smart because of how you had experiences through life, and that gave you the confidence to know that money comes to you easily. You could create that in any and every area of your life because the world is just reflecting what you believe. If you want to change anyone's perception about you, it is coming from you 100%. So you change your state of being. Be in the state of security. Be in the state, the God state, which is your natural state. The God state, your natural state, is the state of love. Everything's already yours. You have the power to change anything. And if you know that, you could change and reflect a new reality or a new experience that you prefer and that you desire, that ideal reality that you're already feeling that desire. A desire is given to you for a specific reason, for you to grow in consciousness, for you to grow and evolve and understand that it's like a little carrot. It's just like a little carrot saying, hey, this desire is existing. It's within you, but you feel separate from it. That desire, which is a little carrot, is helping you realize that you could shift, that you are the operant power, that you have this creative power, which is your imagination, that you could be anything you want. You could say anything you want, or you could be anything you want. You can have anything you want. You can say anything you want too. You are the operant power. You are powerful, and everyone is reflecting you. They are reflecting your assumptions, and many assumptions we hold can be unconscious. They're assumptions that we're not aware of. Other people in your world are showing up based on what you believe. So you have the power to change anything. All right, I'm going to answer some questions. How is everyone doing today? How do I not feel sad when my life feels like it's crashing down and opposite of what I'm manifesting? You have to learn to look for the best in everything. Look for the value or the best. It's like you take what feels like it was an objection, right? Some sort of objection in your life, or some sort of unwanted circumstance in your life. How could you look at that and find value from it? First of all, the value is you decide you don't want that anymore, right? You've gotten more clear. That's valuable. Now you know what you do want, and you're not going down that road anymore. It feels like it's crashing down because you're just still focused in that on the opposition and the opposite of what you want. Give it no attention. shift your attention and focus your attention to the ideal experience that you want. You could focus on gratitude instead of focusing on the opposite happening. Focus on what you do have and the gratitude that you have, because gratitude is a feeling of having. It's saying the internal feeling, and what you're implying when you're in the state of gratitude is, I have things and I feel thankful and grateful and appreciative for those things. It's a state of having. And when you're in the state of having, the world is a mirror. The world will reflect the state that you're in. If you're in the state of having, the world reflects that you have. The world confirms and shows more that confirms the feeling that you have. It will bring more to you or reflect more that you feel like you have. When you're feeling the state of lack, you don't have, then the world is reflecting the state of lack. If I'm lacking and lonely and sad, my world must have circumstances that confirm what I'm feeling and being within. So it's a shift. You have to shift shift your attention, shift your focus on gratitude. If you could practice, there's a lot of things to be grateful for. You woke up today. Be grateful for that. Set intentions. Intentions are powerful. I love Wayne Dyer's book is one of the, in the very beginning of my journey, it was that first year I read his book, Power of Intention. And intention is powerful. Why? Because the intention means you're focusing on the ideal experience you want. The vision of that, whatever. You want a new boat, you want a new relationship. Buns, thank you. What is it that you want? You want to feel safe. You want to feel secure. You want to feel love. You want to feel wanted. Then that's where you set your intention and you focus on the vision of feeling love. Feeling love reflects, the world will reflect and show you you're loved. It will show you more of what you're affirming and feeling and saying and assuming. Whatever you're assuming is reflected in the world of our experience. A big part of this is that you have to first be aware and recognize, are you just unconscious going through the day in a just old routine, or are you taking conscious control of your life? You could take conscious control of your life right now. Okay. So this is the big understanding. What you're feeling within, if it feels like life is crashing down and you're in that place of it's crashing down, my dog there's birds chirping and he hears them. So if it feels like it's crashing down, it feels heavy, it feels like everything's slipping through your fingers, more will reflect back to you of that the longer you stay in that state. It's crashing down on you. Look for the value. That's okay. Things didn't work out. I intend. What do you intend? I intend life gets better. I know this too shall pass. I know that I am the operant power. I know that I can create my reality. I know that I don't have to understand, we don't have to grow our nail. Our nails just grow, right? We don't have to do something for our nails to grow. We don't. Same thing with your manifestation. You don't have to do something. You just have to know. Just know that it's already yours. There's nothing you necessarily have to do. Yes, affirm and keep your vision on the vision, or keep your attention on the vision of that desire already being yours. Affirm to remind yourself, it's mine, it's mine, this is done, it's getting better. You know what? There's a lot of good things to look for in life. I have I could just go through a whole rampage of gratitude about I woke up, I have a beautiful home, I have a roof over my head. Even if I didn't have a beautiful home, I could claim I intend to have a beautiful home. And I'm really happy that I have a warm place or a cool place. I have a perfect place to rest my head every night. I'm grateful that I could eat and drink every day. I have enough money to buy groceries, all those things. Okay. there are a lot of things to be grateful for. If you're in gratitude, you reflect a world that shows you that you feel like you have, right? And that's what the end result is. The end result, what you really want is you want to feel like you have this. You want to feel like you have love. So embody feeling and having love. Gratitude also could feel like love. I'm grateful that I have beautiful clothes. That could feel loving. All right, so that's what you can do right now, and you can shift this today. You can make a shift today and see a reflection today, right now. You can make that decision, that you're making a decision that everything's manifesting fast. And you know what? It's all going to work out for you. And you're going to look on the bright side of everything, because whatever you define, thank you, Lauren. Thank you for the roses. Whatever you're defining as your reality and your experience and your assumptions is what becomes your experience. And that's what you live as a life. And it's, do you see in the big picture, in a way, it's easier than we could anticipate. At the same time, you must persist. You have to persist. Persist in knowing. Persist, it's yours. It's done. All right, so let me see. You're welcome, Buns. Yeah. My little dog. It's raining today, so I haven't been out with my dog. I think he wants me to take him out. Right, Rocky? Because I usually like to take him out for a walk. Hi. No, you're not going out. Okay, or if I've been manifesting and I don't see it happening. Here's what you do when you don't see it happening, okay? Because this is going to change the game for you right now. You're going to look, but you have to remember this. You're the writer of your life. Okay, so whatever you're saying, the way that Neville worded it is, when someone is saying, I don't see it. Well, if you know, Rocky, stop it. If you know imagination creates reality, then why have you stopped imagining? Why have you stopped imagining? Do you understand? You stopped imagining your desire the moment you said, I don't see it. Now you're imagining, you're still imagining, obviously. You're imagining you don't see it. That's what you're imagining. If your imagination creates reality, what are you saying? And why did you stop saying that you don't have your desire? Why'd you stop doing that? You do have it. You're the author. You're the cause. You're the cause. I intend that you know this, you feel it, you know the truth of this. It's totally true. Your world reflects. This is already happening in your world. Your world is already a reflection of you. Now take the reins of your life. You just have to get the reins, okay? So guide your life the way you want it to be. Instead of saying, I don't see it, I want you to imagine it's done. Doesn't matter if you saw it. You imagined it, it's done. So stop saying you don't see it. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the biggest problem anyone has, is they look at the 3D and they say, I don't see it. It's not happening. They didn't call me. They didn't wish me a happy birthday. I didn't hear from them. Well, those are all affirmations. And affirmations are manifesting. What you're saying is manifesting. Your imagination is manifesting. Saying all those things create reality. Do you want to create reality where you don't see it? You need to stay loyal to the vision and just know the fact that you imagined it means it's done. That's it. You imagined it, it's done. Okay, so I understand you'll have that moment come up, maybe many moments, because you're feeling good and you're affirming, but then all of a sudden you're kind of like, well, I don't see it. In that moment, you have to remember, wait a minute. I don't see it in the outside, but I'm the creator. I imagined it. It's done. Just be your own little cheerleader, hype yourself up, little affirmation rampage. It's done. I know it's done. I imagined it. I'm the operant power. And then I always remind myself the things that I have manifested, to remind myself I'm not crazy, right? You go through deliberate manifestations and reflections that you see, and remind yourself you are the operant power. Because every time you say, I don't see it, you've shifted back to the state of forgetting you're the operant power. You're no longer remembering you're the operant power. Do you know operant power means you're operating? You're operating. You have the power. You're the operant power. You're first cause. So it's not going to show and reflect. If you say, I don't see it, world said, let me confirm that. You've been kind of believing that anyway. Okay, because it really, do you understand? It's a game of convincing ourselves on some level. And this is also what Joseph Murphy says. Dr. Joseph Murphy, it is a game, I don't know if you use the word game, but it is like a game of convincing ourselves. You're just convincing yourself of the truths of who you truly are. Okay, you will see it. So now, let's just implant this right now into your subconscious mind. When you kind of think, I don't see it, and you're starting to get anxious and upset and short of breath, or all those feelings, right? I don't see it. I don't have the money. I can't pay my rent. That's when I want you to say, wait a minute. I intend to see it. I intend to see it. I could see it in my imagination. I know I planted the seed. That would be a perfect time to reaffirm. That's a perfect time to reimagine. Reimagine that you're a goddess or you're a king. Reimagine that. Reimagine that you have the money in the bank, because your imagination creates reality. So you must persist in the vision. If you're saying, I don't see it, you're really in the inner state of, I don't know, I'm the creator, on some level. Because when you know you're the creator, you don't need to see evidence. The evidence will come, right? First cause, and then the evidence comes after. Effect. So you are going to have reflections and movement fast. Okay? Affirm that. You are going, I manifest overnight. This desire is mine. Okay, Jenna, how do I visualize getting a house that has another approved applicant before me? Do you know that applications fall apart all the time? So don't focus on that's a circumstance that doesn't matter. You can change the outcome. Just visualize. Neville's technique of visualizing, which I use to get my place, even though I was in my mom's basement on a futon, I closed my eyes as I fell asleep, imagining I was already in the bed in my new place. And even if you haven't seen that place in person, if you just saw it online, you could still imagine you're in that place. You can imagine where the bed is. You can imagine where a window is. You can imagine maybe there's a smell of fresh paint. Okay, so that's how you would visualize. If you're visualizing, you could also affirm it. That house is mine. It is a divine idea, and it's mine in perfect divine order. Okay? That house is mine. I already see myself in it. See yourself in it. See yourself getting up in the morning. See yourself in the kitchen making breakfast. See yourself doing things in the house. And hold firm to the vision. It doesn't matter about that circumstance. I'm in real estate. I've had my real estate license for 18, 19 years. Almost 19. So I know things fall apart. So that possibility already exists. But what's more important to know is that you're the operant power. So you have the power to shift anything in your world. The world is just a holographic image coming from your consciousness. It's a holographic image. How do you shift state in the moment when you're actively dealing with opposing circumstances? I have been in those situations. Breathe, right? Remind yourself. So number one, breathe. So you're just kind of a little more calm, okay? Because I know what that could feel like. The opposing circumstances might feel like it's taking over your emotion. Nope, you're in control. You're in control of your life. You're not going to accept that feeling that this isn't working out, okay? So sometimes breathe will be really powerful. First, do that. Then, number two, remind yourself you're the operant power. Okay, so breathe, then remind yourself operant power. So I'm the operant power, right? This is what you say to yourself. I'm the operant power. I can change this. I have the ability to change this. What I want is it to look like XYZ. Okay, it's all happening in front of you. I don't care if someone's standing in your face telling you the opposite. I have done this even just 2 weeks ago. I had a situation. It was like an old circumstance that came up, and I thought, wow, I thought I was beyond this. But that circumstance came up, and it was still like back to the days when I was feeling insecure, on some level insecure. This has to do with business, okay? And it was with my other business. And I thought, why is this happening? All I needed to do, and which I did, and I got immediate positive results, the results that I wanted. I breathed through it. I reminded myself I'm the operant power. And then I just kept affirming what I wanted. Instead of arguing in my head about why are they treating this way? Why did they ask me this? Why did they want to discount something about my service? Okay, that was an old belief that I had some old insecurity. Move beyond it. Affirm who you are and what you are, and that you're the operant power and you get everything you want. And this is working in your favor. You're not arguing with anyone for your limitation. Okay? Don't argue with the 3D for your limitations. Just, you're stoic. You're centered. Okay? You're anchored. You're grounded. Like if you could practice feeling grounded, anchored in that moment, unshakable in that moment, breathe through it. You're the operant power. Now create. I did a lot of revision, actually. After that moment and the circumstance happened, I used revision to revise. And I kept revising, and I kept revising the conversation. I revised what just happened 5 minutes before to a vision of what I wanted the outcome to be. And as I revised that, probably spent like a half hour revising that until it felt more true. And I moved forward with that circumstance in my favor. And I got that deal, and I got that transaction, and everything I wanted worked. Okay, now I can look back on that. If I were in the state of more of, if I was still feeling insecure about it, I would kind of wonder, well, why did that come up, and why? And is it something within me? No, I just made a decision. So what? It was an old circumstance popped out. What I realize is that circumstance helped propel me to a higher degree of confidence. That circumstance helped propel me where I wasn't fighting and arguing for some limitation. Okay? I wasn't making excuses or making up, having a conversation about something I didn't want. I just let it go. I stayed strong in the vision of who I've been creating. And I've been creating a version of me that is even more secure and even more knowing and feeling like unconditional love on every area, secure in every area of my life. So you can do this. And you can do this in the present moment. And I actually find one of those to be the most intense moments, but because it was so intense, that's why it also propelled me to this higher degree. What I perceive as why do I perceive it? Because I feel it. I feel confident, and I just watched everything magically fall into place. Everything magically fell into place. You have the ability to do that. The problem is when you forgot you're the operant power and you feel like the circumstance is bigger than you. It's not. You're literally David. The 3D reality is Goliath. Even though the 3D Goliath feels huge and big and overwhelming, you're a little teenager, David, right? You know the story of David and Goliath. And David defeated Goliath. That's who you are. You're not small. You are unlimited, powerful, infinite. And I want you to identify as like you are someone who can overcome any situation. You can transcend any circumstance because you have the power to do that. We could also look at it as I mean, I'm creating a life that's like, my vision is I'm creating things just to be easy. I'm not having ups and downs and hills and valleys anymore. For me, it's just like up, 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 up. Okay, but so if something kind of feels like it's going down a little bit, I took the challenge a little. I was like, I'm going to take this challenge. Why don't you take it as a challenge? Like, watch me. Okay, in the moment, it did feel a little, I did feel a little anxious. That's okay. I overcame that. And it feels more empowering. Okay. Everything that I practiced was through a mental diet, through visualization. Well, when I say visualization, for me, that's really affirmations. But when I'm affirming, I'm seeing the picture of what I'm affirming. Okay. So I really just affirmed it. I used revision, right? I replayed our conversation and I made our conversation different. I also recognized my assumptions from that moment were assumptions of my old, kind of like my old self. Some of my old assumptions were still popping up for that situation. Okay. I overcame those assumptions. I conquered those old assumptions. The old assumptions were, like, I wasn't sure if I was good enough. I wasn't sure if I was the right one. You have the power to do this. So take this as a challenge. Not like it's overwhelming and this is like about to conquer you, but like this is a challenge and you're on for this challenge. And you're going to just watch as the world wraps around your finger and it's yours. Because it already is yours, but what we generally do is we're giving our power away only because we didn't know that we're first cause. I'm here to remind you that you are first cause in your reality. You are the only thinker in your reality. You're the only thinker. 100%. I know this. You test it out on your own and prove it to yourself in the testing, because you will prove it to yourself when you test it. You change your conception of yourself. You change your conception of any person in your experience, and you hold firm to the new vision, you will see a change in your world. Yeah. Okay. So then, Jenny, you said I know you said they're supposed to sign the lease tomorrow. Circumstances don't matter. Tomorrow doesn't even exist. The only thing that exists is the present moment. I mean, okay, so there's a perception of tomorrow existing. I want you to know that you have the power in the present moment to change. You have the power right now to change tomorrow. Do you understand that? Tomorrow will be wherever you put your focus right now. So if you're in the present moment, you're focused on, well, they're going to sign the lease tomorrow. Well, you just spoke that into existence. You spoke that into existence for tomorrow. What do you want to speak into existence? Okay, 3D reality has no power. You can change it now. So change it right now. You got the place. It's yours. The deal fell through. It didn't work out for them. You don't even have to tell all that story. It just didn't work out. You got the place. Sleep in your place now. Take an afternoon nap today and just imagine you have it. It worked out. Imagine your friends and family saying, oh my God, I heard about your new place, right? Inner conversations are one of the most powerful things that you can do to create your reality. So what are you imagining? Are you imagining your friends and family saying, oh my God, you got that place? It is awesome. That place is great. What a great location. What would they be congratulating you about, right? Imagine that. Because if imagination creates reality, why are you imagining they're signing the lease tomorrow? That's what you're imagining, and that's what you're creating. So imagine something different. Imagine, don't put your focus on them. Put your focus on you get what you want. You get what you want. NA, having a hard day. Thank you for all you do for us. You are appreciated. Thank you. I appreciate you being here, and I intend that even though it felt like a hard day, I'm intending it's getting better. Just say, had a hard day, it's okay, this too shall pass, and then shift your focus. I intend it's better. You don't have to do this forever. Like I affirmed every day, today's the greatest day of my life. I had many days I woke up not wanting to do anything. but I still set the intention. It's going to work out. Okay. I stayed loyal. I stayed consistent. You have to be loyal and consistent. Think from the version of you who knows it's going to work out. Think from the version of you that knows that this is going to pass and you're someone who gets everything you want. And stop listening to friends and family and people that tell you you can't do something or it's not going to work out, or they're telling you worst case scenario. You're done living that life. Join a community that supports you knowing that you're the operant power. Join a community where you know that you have the power to change anything. Join a community where you practice thinking about the vision of the life you want instead of focusing on what you don't like and what you don't want. It is a practice. And if you want to level up, I have a VIP group. It's a monthly subscription group. I have hundreds of videos that are unpublished and a great community where you can post anything on the feed. Okay, what do you do when you see the opposite? When you see the opposite, you say, well, that doesn't have any power over you. You're the operant power. You see the opposite, you just say, nope, I'm the operant power. Why don't you just step into the version of you who's like, I got this. I'm confident. I'm the operant power. I can do anything. So what? It's the opposite. It's going to work out for you. Maybe the opposite it doesn't have to happen every time. But if it is the opposite, it's literally about storytelling. The opposite happened. That's okay. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. It doesn't matter what's happening. You just declare, I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. Because as you declare that, the world will show you you're not resisting, right? You're not resisting. If I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, the world will reflect that. That's a feeling. I'm supposed to be here. This is supposed to happen. This is part of the process. The world is just going to show you that's true. And the world's going to show you, the world, which is you, a reflection of you, is going to show you what's within you, that you're not resisting your desire. Okay, so you see the opposite, that's okay. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. This is exactly what's supposed to happen. You're the operant power. Now, affirm what you do want. If it's with an SP, then just go to your self-concept affirmations. I'm a goddess, or I'm a god, I'm a king, I'm a queen. I am wanted. I am desired. I am love. I radiate love. I radiate love that everyone and everything is attracted to. Everything wants a part of me. Everything wants to be part of me in my life because I radiate whatever it is you want, right? I mean, I'm just giving you ideas of what you could be affirming, right? I radiate security, that people love being around me. They feel secure. They feel safe with me because I don't judge. They feel safe in my presence. I'm always radiating fun and radiating energy. They just want to be around me. We don't even have to have a conversation. We're just together and they love it. Think about people that you know in your life already that, do you have a best friend or even someone that's not your friend? And there's something about them that it's just you kind of feel like you want to be part of their life. Now just turn that around and make that the vision you see for yourself. Okay, because if you're living a life where you feel lonely and you don't have friends or things aren't working out, you could create the reality where it is all working out for you. Hello, hi, Lauren. I wish I could share my successes, but it's too much to type. All right, Lauren. Well, it sounds like you have amazing successes, and I'm glad that it's too much to type. So congratulations. If you're manifesting all of this, you are 100% manifesting every single thing you want. It's not 99%, it's 100%. Do you understand? You could create that it's 100%. You get everything you want 100%. You are the operant power. If you want additional help, there is my self-concept course. Do you want to work on your own? Use a blueprint of success, a success formula, a proven success formula where you can manifest your desire. You can manifest this in under 30 days. In fact, you can manifest it overnight. You can manifest it in 3 days. You can be the version of you who has your desire. You affirm that version of you, solidify it over and over in your mind. Be the highest version of yourself by declaring it now. Your world reflects you. Okay. You're powerful. Also, if you want to join my Facebook group, my free Facebook group, be part of the tribe. If you want to join my VIP group and level up and be part of a community where you're leveling up, and I have challenges in there, and I have topics on every, 20 different types of topics. Manifest your body changes, manifest health, manifest money, manifest your specific person, manifest, and all about law of assumption. Join my VIP group. It's a powerful group. I love you all. Have an amazing day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.